Putting the Philippines on the global touring map. That's what our Empowered Filipina for today is known for. Rhiza Pascua is at the forefront of leading live entertainment company, a concert promoter, Live Nation Philippines. She's been honing her craft for the past 3 decades, bringing to local shores famous international acts. Now, to let us know about her journey, and as we continue to celebrate Women's Month, Rhiza joins us now live here in the studio. And Rhiza is the Managing Director of Live Nation Philippines. Good morning.
Good morning, Christine.
Thank you so much. Wow, 30 years in the industry. How does one stay afloat for 30 years?
Actually, we just work hard, we research, we innovate. I think innovation is key, really.
So how has it been, so far? From heading Music Management International, or MMI, to now where it is now, you have Live Nation Philippines.
Actually,
Still the same?
We do the same thing. We do the same thing, except now we're a part of a big global team. So it's exciting. Everyone's excited about that.
And how is it, you being a woman, part of this amazing, gigantic global team?
To be honest, there are only about, I think, 3 women who are managing directors of Live Nation. So it's quite empowering, yes.
How is it though? How does a woman maneuver your way in this industry?
You know, I always tell my children, you have to have a stomach of a man to be able to do this. But yeah, you have to be a toughie.
Well, I think you have gained the respect. Being in the industry already for 30 years. They know that you mean business. It wasn't easy for you because of the pandemic. You had to go through that 2 years of the pandemic. And as Live Nation Philippines, where are we now, and how did you maneuver and come out on top?
We started doing shows, or we tried to start doing shows, July of last year. Okay. So our first show was July of last year, which was Louis Tomlinson. There was some reluctance from all ends. Parents didn't want their kids to be exposed. The ticket buyers themselves were reluctant. From our end, we were also reluctant. We didn't want our events to be super spreaders. So of course, we had to adhere to the protocols. It was strange when we did our first event, because everyone was wearing masks. Yes. And I'm sure from the perspective of the artist, while performing on stage, seeing everyone having fun with masks on felt a bit strange, right?
Because we want to see the face. We want to hear you sing, and the smiles and whatnot. So, are we definitely back? It seems like it. It's like you guys have concerts. Any reluctance, or have we passed that?
I think we have passed that because after we announced one concert after the other, we realized that the craving for live events was at a fever pitch. Mm-hmm. So last year, we started announcing shows. After Louis Tomlinson, we announced Billie Eilish, we had Joe Coy, we had 17, Maroon 5, and Lainey, which surprisingly sold out her 5 days at the Moa Arena. So we knew that people really wanted to see the performers in flesh.
Yes, we just couldn't say no. When we knew those artists were coming, we said, we have to go.
Yeah.
In big venues.
Big venues.
Big venues pa rin. Way back when, it seemed so difficult to get artists to even think of Manila as part of their global tour, diba? But now, you have somehow managed to make it their must stop, you know?
That's a funny story. Way back in the 90s, when I first started, I would go from one office to the other, to meet with agents and show them the map of the Philippines and tell them, okay, Manila's right here, this is safe. Please come and try and see if you feel safe. If you don't, then don't come back. But I guarantee safety. And so, that's when they started touring and considering including Manila in the tour.
I know it's so nice. Like before, we have to go to other countries to try to catch these acts, and now we just next weekend or the Harry Styles is coming, so that's okay. We can just sit back and relax. Maybe the challenges that Live Nation Philippines has to go through in terms of putting up concerts practically almost every weekend. How do you manage that? How do you manage? Do you have to say no to some artists that would like to come to the Philippines? How do you curate all the artists? You have to get the hits, or how does that work?
Of course, we have to study. We do the study. We have our own data analytics. So we do the study. We usually know who can make it in Manila. So far, it's been good.
Yeah.
It's been good, yeah.
From your 30 years in this industry, what have you learned most about yourself and about the industry in itself? Has it evolved? Has it changed at all? Where are we at?
It changes all the time, especially with the production side. It's evolving, it's getting more difficult, it's getting complicated, it's getting more expensive. So yeah, we just have to manage everything. The budget, ticket prices.
Yes.
The prices or the fees keep going up. Airfare is going up. The exchange is going up. Yet we have to make sure that the ticket prices are still reasonable. Yeah.
Well, of course, you are an empowered woman. Having gone through so much for the past 30 years, and we are so grateful to have somebody at the helm of Live Nation Philippines to, allow us to continue to enjoy all of these wonderful artists and entertainment that comes our way. Thank you so much for spending your precious time with us. I know it's hard to wake up in the morning so early. Thank you so much, Rhiza, again, for joining us here on New Day, and all the best.
Of course, thank you. Thank you. Good to see you.